So now, let me first introduce myself. I'm Rosel Jane M. Sanchez from Team Fight to Survive, including the name of Mr. John Mark Cataylo, Mr. Ryan ANDICO, and Miss MALINOSQUE. So now, let's tackle about the different factors affecting the individual difference of children. They have two major factors, which is heredity and environment. And our references based to Miss Chanalyn M. Shenton, titled Individual Differences and Factors Influencing Them by Slideshare. Now, let me call on to Mr. ANDICO for the topic of the two major factors.
So good morning coach, good morning classmate. In this video, we will discuss the two major factors of this individual difference. So what are these two major factors? So we have heredity and environment. So under heredity, we inherit all the things we need for growth and development. So in environment, modifies to a certain extent the effects of hereditary. So Mr. Cataylo will discuss the heredity. So let's watch the video of Mr. Cataylo.
The first factor of individual differences is heredity. Number 1. Intelligence, mental ability. Some are more intelligent than the others, and those who are more intelligent progress and grow faster than those who are less intelligent. People differ in intellectual abilities and capacities like reasoning and thinking, power of imagination, creative expression, concentration, etc. On the basis of these differences, they are usually classified as idiot, imbecile, moron, borderline, normal, very superior, and genius. Recent psychologists viewed intelligence as multiple abilities. It is necessary for a teacher to have a true understanding of intellectual abilities of students. Number 2. Physical condition. It has been observed that some people are born bigger, healthier, and stronger than the others. Difference in motor ability. There exist wide differences in motor abilities such as reacting time, speed of action, steadiness, rate of muscular movement, manual dexterity, and resistance to fatigue, etc. But there are also people who are born with handicaps such as deafness, muteness, defective arm or legs, and the like. Naturally, normal people develop faster and better and are able to attain higher status than the handicapped people. Physical differences. Individuals differ in height, weight, color of skin, color of eyes and hair, size of hands and heads, arms, feet, mouth and nose, length of waistline, structure and functioning of internal organs, facial expression, mannerisms of speech and walk, and other such native or acquired physical characteristics. Number 3. Aptitude and spatial talent. Gifted with spatial aptitudes and talents in music, painting, acting, science, mathematics, and the like, these children often show excellence of performance and leadership in their respective fields of specializations far above the ordinary individuals. Variation occur among the individuals in relation to the specific tastes and interests. In a similar way, people are found to have different aptitudes. Some have mechanical aptitude, while the others have scholastic, musical, or artistic aptitudes. Number 4. Sex. Males are expected to be aggressive, fearless, and capable of doing heavier work. Females are expected to be passive, demure, prim, and the like. Hence, to a large extent, sex determines the direction of the growth and development of individuals. Number 5. Age is a big factor in making one different from another. Generally, older learners have more physical strength and higher level of comprehension than younger ones. Maturation and readiness are important in learning. Mature learners have greater capacity to receive instructions. Number 6. Temperament, emotional maturity, and stability. Those who are easily irritated and tense even with trivial things, symptomatic of emotional immaturity and stability. In some individuals, positive emotions like love, affection, and amusement and the like are prominent, whereas in some negative emotions are more powerful. Individuals also differ in the manner they express their emotions. Some are emotionally stable and mature, while others are emotionally unstable and immature. Generally, children who are more emotionally mature and stable are more patient in studying their lessons. Hence, learn faster than those who are more temperamental. Emotional stability is the capacity to maintain one's emotional balance under stressful circumstances. It is the opposite of emotional instability and neuroticism. It is the opposite of emotional stability and neuroticism. Individuals who score low in neuroticism are more emotionally stable and less reactive to stress. They tend to become even-tempered and less likely to feel tense or rattled. Although they are low in negative emotion, they are not necessarily high on positive emotion. Being high on positive emotion is an element of the independent trait of extraversion. Neurotic extroverts, or for example, would experience high levels of both positive and negative emotional states, a kind of emotional roller coaster. Individuals who score low of neuroticism, particularly those who are also high on extraversion, generally report more happiness and satisfaction with their lives. Number 7. Introversion, extroversion, dominance, submissiveness. Extroverts are usually gregarious and like the dominants, enjoy interacting with people. Introverts prefer to work or jobs that can perform in peace, quiet, and with less contact with other people. The socializers, extrovert. Positive traits: the socializers would love to travel and be a part of the group, and are often the center of attention. They're often excited and demanding as a result of being high energy type. They love the limelight and the hype. They are direct in their approach. Negative traits: it is important for the personality to be liked by others and can hurt easily if they think someone doesn't care for them. They can be fickle-minded and emotionally weak. Now let's move on. The hermit or introvert. Positive traits: the typical introvert's personality doesn't like change. They prefer to have set of guidelines to follow, and they won't mind doing the same thing over and over. They often are very happy and content with themselves and life in general. They're usually punctual and consistent. Negative traits: as they tend to keep to themselves. Such people come across as shy and arrogant. They are usually disturbed by new challenges which can affect the efficiency of their work. Number 8. Effort. Making capacity. An important trait, one with much effort. Making capacity studies and works harder, concentrates more, and exhibits steadiness in his work. Those who have more of this trait usually ahead faster than those who have less. Number 9. Criminal tendency. Psychologists can prove that criminal tendency is inherited. Children who have this tendency are usually bullies, troublemakers, and they commit many antisocial acts. in or out of school, usually end up in early death or in prison, or in perpetual hiding from the agents of the law unless the criminal tendency is redirected or softened by the environment. More well-known explanation of inherited criminal behavior is the super male syndrome or the XYY chromosome defect. The condition of the extra Y chromosome males can make them more likely to be aggressive and violent. This also can contribute to other disabilities such as ADHD and behavioral problems as a child. This can lead to lack of concentration and a growing frustration in a child, which can reduce their chances of doing well in school, increasing the likelihood of becoming involved in criminal behavior. A study by Morley and Hall of 2003 showed that children with antisocial personality disorder (ASPD), where an individual shows a persistent disregard for the rights of the others, increasing the chance of criminal behavior by 70%. Many people would argue that criminals offend because of inherited traits or genes. This was a particularly popular viewpoint in the past. However, many studies in the recent years have shown that we cannot blame criminal activity purely on genetics. That's all for heredity. Now let's move on to the next factor.